Hello everybody, and welcome to more of Aspera. We are going to go through the bootstrap phase in this session, or at least I hope so. Last time I set up the basics, I left off with a pretty solid and functional base, and today it's going to be about what kind of things we got to do and how to expand. I have a couple of things on my mind, and it's going to be a blast. So if you missed this stream or missed the last episode, here's some things for you. In the description box you find a link to the entire playlist where you can watch the first episode, and there's also links to Discord and Twitter where I announce all the things before they happen. Alternatively, you can also just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you won't miss anything either. Also, to finish up this little ad roll, there is a link to PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee if that's more your cup of tea to support me directly. I'd be delighted if you check them out. And now let's start gaming. So that's what we set up the last time. There's, I don't know, why are there these three dots there? Looks like a sign for blind people, but I'm sure it's not. I have a power shortage right now, so let's work on that first. Power is never good to be short on. So let's see. The power grid here is pretty okay. So we're just going to set up another solar farm at this spot there. Let's see. We got everything inside the maintenance, mostly at least. So first things first, let's build more power, because there's nothing good coming out of a power shortage for sure. Beyond that, let's see, we got a solid production of everything. I'm a little bit concerned about what the new human researchers will eat, but we will see about that. Right now, what are we researching? We researched the building limit the last time. I'm upgrading my spaceport limits right now, so we're going to have to think about what next later. That's going to be 3 more months before that goes into a serious thing, though. So I do realize a slight shortage on carbon. I do have 2 deposits that are right now being exploited, but, well, it doesn't look like this is getting us too far here, huh? But there's scanners everywhere running right now. Speaking about scanners, I meant to scrap that one, because we have one more out here. And I got to keep a close eye on my ice and food storages, also chemicals, because we are now taking care of humans, and therefore we have to be careful with those resources, you know. Better not let them run out. Okay. So for now, I think there's pretty much nothing to do except for waiting for that research to be done. As far as I remember... Oh, there's another shallow ice vein. Cool. As far as I remember, we were pretty set here, and I want to expand more south here, but you see there's... we need to unlock Sector 10 first. And to unlock Sector 10, we need more spaceports. But luckily, I've just unlocked extra spaceport techs. So what can I do here? Additional landing sites, totally not interested. Black polar dust, alright. That's one tech that we can use to raise the planet's temperature. Space mirror array, also something that we can use to increase the planet's temperature. Pretty important projects. Let's see if there's anything else we can do. So there's greenhouse gas factories. That's another option we can take if we don't want to bind that much space material there. Well, one way or another, we'll have to invest. Let's see what's up here. Warehouses, well, pretty important in the long run, but I think right now I can still delay that. Fission plants would be awesome. I don't know if I'm even able to discover uranium before I have that tech. I somehow doubt it. And improved roads, very important as well, but I think right now I want to start that terraforming as quick as possible. So we're going to go for, let's see, Space Mirror Array needs that kind of investment, and Black Polar Dust needs a way lower investment. So we're going to research that first. And let's... it's not exactly where I want it to be on the map. So, dude, where's my colony? Here. So now the next two steps, I want more spaceports, and I want to unlock that next sector. I also want to have the ability to do one of those projects. So you see, we are full of projects. So one spaceport goes here. A spaceport consumes a lot of power, so we're better preparing that as well. And let's see, our spaceport here is also featuring a couple of people coming to Mars. That's good, because I'm unhappy with my research speed in general. It's way too slow. Alright, now let's check on out. A power grid is here. The maintenance grid ain't there, so let's expand. So here goes. Wicker hub, very far. Power. As far as possible too. Well, I hope that doesn't collide with the terrain there. No, let's go there. Here, as far as away as possible. And the maintenance facility to just make sure that we have a nice cover of maintenance in that sector as well. Okay. The usual things that we have to do, you know, but it pays off. We have an ultra deep vein of iron here, shallow vein of iron, more ice. Not bad, not the worst findings there. Still looking for a new carbon deposit, still not showing up, but it will do. It will. I'm pretty confident that we'll find some in the next time. Alright, so once the two extra spaceports have been built, I will scrap the old one, so I have access to that ice vein here finally for good. It's been bothering me since the moment I accidentally built a spaceport on top of a mineral deposit. I hate it when that happens, but who doesn't? So we're now, let's see, our populace is not eating all the materials that we provide per month, and obviously our productions are withstanding the requirements here. So let's see. That's one thing that really bothers me about this game, you know, these meteorite impacts. You don't get a real warning, and what's even worse, you'll see it there in a moment. There's nothing I can do against that, by the way. I'm really surprised that the game didn't do anything. Oh, let's do that. So you see, off-screen, on-screen, ruins. There's no warning, no, hey, you need to rebuild something now. I really dislike that, because it's easy to miss these things. And I want a clear pop-up if something gets destroyed. Let's see, maybe I can put that into the options. Maybe I'm muttering about nothing. Let's see. Video, audio controls. That doesn't make me too confident. Well. Lenses. Placement, swarm control. No. No, sadly not. Too bad. I really feel like that's a piece of information I would love to have. But the good news that I can put up there, meteorite impacts and the like will be not happening as often anymore in the later stages of the game, because guess what? We have an atmosphere protecting us from stuff like that. That's why it's great to have a planet with an atmosphere and stuff, you know? Alright. So right now, production here of these things is taking literally forever, but that's the usual thing. If you have outposts that are so far away from your center, they always take a while to be finished. But my researchers are doing their thing, so That's just fine. And the spaceports have been finished in the meanwhile. So let's scrap that spaceport and assign a new spaceport for colonist migration. Let's give that job to SP1. And unlocking Sector 10, isn't it? Yeah. Is going to be the job of spaceport number 2. Oopsie. And, am I allowed to build a new spaceport already? Yeah? I guess so. And, spaceport number... Ah, no. Spaceport number 3 can't be built as long as there is spaceport rubble. Oh, come on, game. Well, luckily the rubble will disappear after a while, so that's a very temporary problem, but still quite annoying, isn't it? Alright. Here goes the extra power that we required, and now everything up here is also up and running, which is awesome because there's a lot of stuff that we might want to have here. But let's see if I cannot find any further carbon for real here. I mean, is that really happening? Hard to tell. So far, my scanners haven't found any carbon. We're down to 1,000 units. That's not terrible yet, but it will become a problem in the longer run. So expansion is extremely important right now. Also, there is almost no aluminum around here anywhere. Like, that's the same like with carbon. We have everything except for carbon and aluminium. These two materials are highly elusive these days, and that's something we have to keep an eye out for. So there's 1,400 units of aluminum and around 1,000 units of carbon. During this time, I have to set up shop somewhere where there's more of that stuff. Period. So, sadly, I cannot rebuild the spaceport as of yet because the rubble is blocking it, I guess. Let's retry that. Maybe I just didn't spend enough time. Nope. Tragic, but it ain't the end of the world either. So, here we're unlocking that sector. It's going to be happening very soon. And, oh, our demand versus production with the food ain't working out anymore, so let's set up another food factory. Very important, because starving people are a absolute no-no. We cannot allow. Research points are so damn important, so... Well, let's give that spaceport a priority. So it'll get its parts quicker. Or at least so I thought. So... What the heck? That's really surprising me. So let's see. Wind power is in these regions not really a good thing. Here we have 94%. Well. Can somebody please give that poor spaceport what it needs to finish its mission? That's something that always bothered me here with that game. That I cannot give any direct order now. This has been always an issue that I've been pretty pissed about, and, well, sadly, it's still happening, as we see. I mean, it is not the end of the world, you can't just wait for stuff to get done, but I personally am no big fan of the lack of control here. So we need extra maintenance, that's okay. We're just going to slap down another... solar power generator here and some maintenance facility behind that, so we have a nice coverage of maintenance again here. So, dear spaceport, why are you not getting the construction materials? Look at my silly drones providing everything except for that stuff. So probably there is not that much available as it looks like, but I really don't know. So, I mean, there is this very, very unlikely chance that all the parts that I have in my stockpiles are actually bound somewhere. That would be the only reasonable solution to that situation. So we're going to invest some extra here. Let's see, maybe that'll help. So power generators online. Worker factory. Whatever. Seems to work out fine enough. So, carbon, where art thou? So far, my scanners are not picking up any carbon deposits whatsoever anywhere. That's pretty problematic. And for some reason, the spaceport here doesn't work either. No. So let's prioritize this rubble here too, so it gets finally removed. Ah, that's why the rubble isn't getting removed here. I see. So we got the Black Polar Dust project done before my spaceport is ready to accept a new project. That's very, very sad, but it is as it is. We're going to go for the extra storage technology next. Maybe that'll help our catastrophe here a little bit. But it's really odding me out that those parts are not getting delivered. There's no feasible explanation for that. There's production sites left and right providing that good. It's the same problem that I had with the previous version of the game, that some projects just don't seem to be important enough for the AI, and you'll just don't find out why. And the prioritize button just doesn't work. Luckily now now it's getting done, but that's ain't as bad. Could be worse. Could be way worse. Okay. But I still have that urge to beat that game at least once, you know? Because I love terraforming games. I'm a sucker personally for these, and every game that gives me the opportunity to terraform a planet just makes me outright happy. So let's see. Food production is lasting. Ice production is so-so. Let's bring up some extra ice drilling planned. You know, I freed that up purposefully to have more material. So let's see. Extra storage has been researched. Wonderful. Let's go for greenhouse gas factories. I have that vague memory of them being one of the best ways of increasing the temperature on the planet. But that's a very vague memory. So we have spaceport number 3 available. We're going to try out the Black Polar Dust project. So spaceport number 3 will do that. Here we go. Oh, there's a Martian Dust Devil. Okay. Never seen these before. Oh yeah, there's another thing that I meant to do, and that was a research outpost. Right there. Because I can't afford, I have the materials, I have the people. Let's do this. So... maintenance. Is there a maintenance issue? Yeah. This place is out of maintenance range. Alright. Didn't realize too late, eh? Oopsie. Yeah, whatever. Ain't the end of the world. Still very, very worried, though, about my carbon and aluminum deposits, because I need more. I need backup. So, the satellite is being launched. Here we're still at resource gathering mode. Maintenance facility is being constructed. Wonderful. So we're going to see some temperature raise soon. But, you know, as long as the problems that we had in the past are not as bad as before, I'm okay with that. So this Sector 10 thing has been done. We're going to, well, let's unlock Sector 5 at the same time, you know. I have a spaceport available for that project, so let's do this. Now, most importantly, let's check on out if we have any materials we require there. Yeah, carbon. Right. Beautiful. So, still requires aluminum. Problems are not over yet, but, well, they aren't as bad as before. We're going to go for, well, let's see. I really want to access that carbon deposit, so let's check this out. Well, maintenance is good, electricity is good, everything's good. Wonderful, wonderful. So, let's slap a worker hub in between and put up a carbon mine in. And while I'm here, let's see. Okay. Well, not really feasible, eh? Let's see, how's wind power in that region? Also not too good. Whatever, let's slap up another solar farm here. Just inside the maintenance radius, so we have enough power rocking there. I think I have to rip out this wind farm here at some point to grab the ice deposit, but that's something for later. Let's see, black polar dust is progressing nicely too. I really feel too bad. I don't really feel well about my power production in general. That's why I want to beef it up with some backup solar generators that are not excessively pushing out the borders of my grid, but I want to catch those jitters in the power production, because I feel not well with the amount of excess power that I got, you know. Alright. So, let's see. We got that big carbon deposit that I wanted, but there's still the situation with the aluminum. Obviously, we got a lot of iron here, which is amazing and awesome and all, but yeah. There's silicon. Oh. Black polar dust. So we have a, we did that thing now. Great. So let's see. This is no repeatable thing, or is it? Needs a spaceport. I'm frankly confused, but that's okay. Yo, where's my colony? There. Okay, so that spaceport is launching the black polar dust missile one more time. Whatever. So these guys are unlocking a sector. Alright, good. Everything working out as intended, except for a problem with the metal. So we're going to stretch our excess deeper here. So let's go for power expansion. The usual suspects, you know. Maintenance facility to have everything we require out here too. But on top of that, we're going to set up a scanner out there too. to make sure that I have an eye out on these new frontiers. It's really important for me because I really feel very, very angsty about what's going on there. You know. So, how's the situation? We have a very, very steep demand. Production of these is very low. Alright, we have to change something about that. So first off, where are the facilities that produce food for us? I think that's the best filter that I can get. So, food factory priority. But I know that there's, that's not the only food factory. Structures, come on, we surely can filter them out. Yep, there we go. So, those food factories, they need focus. Can be that, oh. Wait a sec, scrapping? No, oh. Crap. Multiple selections. What the hell? Is that, selection so weird? Okay, that's, you know, if I click... Why can't I see those windows there? That was totally bumming me out there. Because this part of the... Yeah, is as it is. It works. So, the overview tools have their kinks. And huzzah, I have unlocked a new sector. And I've unlocked greenhouse gas factories. Wonderful. So, water supply network. Not really important right now. Really, really not important right now. So, what we really could require here... Efficient plants. That's one thing. Or improved roads. I'm going to vote for improved roads, or do I? Or efficient plans. Let's go for... Oh, it's a hard choice. So, now we're going to research the space mirror array too. Because, you know, we want to work on that temperature here. Because altogether, there has been not too much by that gas. There has not been too much progress by that. So, greenhouse gas factories, they take chemicals and they make greenhouse gas. That's what they do. So, probably should wire up another chemicals deposit before I do that. So, how about this one here? Ah, yeah, food production's looking better now. This has been concerning me a bit. Steel's running a little bit low. Silicon is running a little bit low. So we better work on these too. So there's a bigger silicon deposit, but that has no maintenance. So there is a scanner there, which can be scrapped now. So we can build a new line there. No, I don't want to rebuild that. I want to get rid of that stuff there. Thank you. And then I want to build a real deal silicon mine on top of that. As soon as my dronesies got the job done, that is. Steel production is very, very, very bad right now. So let's probably check out that. And get a finger on that too. Why is there so much ice on that stockpile? I just don't know. Well, let's see. Is there any other cool silicon deposit that I can grab for me now? That's more accessible at the very moment. I sometimes feel with this game that there's no good reason not to just slap a mine on anything that you just have accessed and worry about the usage and ore later. Like, you know, all these materials will be used sooner or later. And if I have a mine on top of it, I can already forget about it, so to say. So here's another silicon deposit. And, well, obviously... finally. So, let's build a silicon mine here. Here we go. And let's check out how the situation up there has developed. We got a greenhouse gas factory running, and we have our first successes towards the temperature raise. There we go. But also really requiring more chemicals now. And I'm only going to let one chemical facility run at a time, because I do know how these things work out. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh no, that's iron. Okay, but again, I have managed to set up shop practically on top of a deposit. I consider this my new special superpower now. This is now officially my next superpower. Alright, power grid. While we're talking about power maintenance grid, so we're going to expand or reach here even further. So here goes that. Here goes that. And here goes maintenance. So let's make sure we have a nice coverage there, and there goes chemicals. There we go. Another neat and nice project here for the factory, and also opens up the access to that big fat silicon deposit. So how many factories do I have? 2. And what's happening with these 2 steel factories? So they're not exactly busy, although they have all the materials they could require there. So let's put them on priority until the steel has been until I have a little bit more steel. And then I think I'm going to drop the prioritization again. Just for a moment, you know? So we get a little bit of the job done. I do have a lot of workers, so we can get something done here. Okay. So stuff's looking quite nicely, doesn't it? We have the Space Mirror Array researched soon. The Black Polar Dust project seems to be a repeatable thing. Let's see. So... renew the special project, okay. I see. That's something that we need to renew every time. No problem so far. Let's research fission plants, because I really feel like increasing my power output by a substantial amount. So my spaceport number 2 has been lazy anyways, and let's put that job up to spaceport number 2. Although, do I really want to do that? Yeah. So that's 15 launches. How many? Is there also a amount of launches? No. They have no assignment of how many launches this takes. Okay. Well, whatever. We're going to go for that one. And that's going to be quite a lot of material that this array requires, but I think it's going to be worth it. And also, I think we should be able to find some aluminum sooner or later. Happens rather sooner than later now. Wonderful. Okay, problems resolved. I like that. Also, temperatures steadily rising here. Okay. So I think once the fission plants have been researched, the next bigger step is for me working towards faster roads, because we're working further and further away from our spawning point, and I feel like it's becoming more and more important to have storage and distribution capabilities that are right now not available to me, you know. Let's put up a storage center here, and let's see. Okay, well, I think I just managed to put that thing right outside the radius of the maintenance. Just a teeny tiny dot. But that's okay. I mean, we are, after all, out for expansionism here too, so let's spread the maintenance radius. There we go. Also, I'm on a severe power shortage. That's why I want fissile power, because, you know, there's only so and so much you can crank out of renewables. There's a limit. Avoid I there. How was Mage and Monsters? Pretty cool. I had a really good time. What kind of chemical you gonna use to paint Mars blue? I have no clue, Varecta. So, what do we have here? It's mostly CO2 though, right now. We've investigated another abandoned mining colony. Yep, blah blah. Okay, whatever that means. Warning, building power lost. So, yeah. Not really a big piece of bad news there. Alright. Let's put focus on that solar power plant. We require just more power right now. There we go. And once these things are done, I'm absolutely looking forward to set up advanced roads. Because that should be an easy thing to do now that we have access to so much iron and the like. Iron, carbon, and all these materials are now way easier accessible than a while ago, so we should be good. Here we are sitting at Iron Central, so to say. So here there's a huge deposit, so that's going to be just what it takes. But altogether, it's growing bigger and bigger, you know. That's why I really want to have better roads now ASAP, because I feel like this really grows over my head now. So, Stage 2 buildup. Continue heating the planet to melt the permafrost onto the regolith and raise pressure to 300 mbar. So, okay. Right now, pressure is mostly made by carbon dioxide. And that greenhouse gas thingy is doing its job perfectly. Wonderful. So let's see, the Space Mirror Array mission is slowly getting full, making progress. For whatever reason, they are not receiving any polymers. There we have the weirdness is going on again. And population-wise, things are looking quite okay. So, let's see. We have finished that project, haven't we? We have one spaceport available, right? Nice. So, fission plants have been discovered, and there would be another project available for me. Let's see, do I want to pick up another project? I mean, I could easily just unlock another sector west of me, but I don't think that's that necessary right now, so I think we're just going to let that spaceport chill for a while. Yeah, now there's uranium. Let's see, do we have any uranium in our vicinity? So this looks like an ice, massive ice deposit to me. And here's a bit more silicon. Iron, 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 of course. There's a bit of water. There's aluminum. Oh, we've found the big aluminum valley. Alright, that's awesome. But no fissile materials. Too bad. And here's the next sector. Tell you what, I just changed my mind. We're going to unlock sector number 9 here. There we go. I mean, that's what you have spaceports for, you know? Oh man, I'm so sad that we haven't found any uranium. So much territory and no uranium. Too bad. Really thought I'd be more lucky here. Well, okay, never mind then. It's been a great plan until it didn't come together, I guess. So, let's see. Looks like my iron income ain't really that good right now, so... Maintenance radius, yes. Power radius, yes. So there's no reason not to slap up another iron mine, except for us not having any stuff going on there infrastructure-wise. So let's slap down a storage warehouse there, because I feel like that's also something we definitely can and want to use now. And one iron mine coming up hot. Wonderful. So, speaking about which, don't we have depleted mines by now? Well, almost, eh? Alright, whatever. I do have a nice amount of everything so far. We have new buildings available. Well, that's not exactly breaking news. And I have complete research there. Alrighty. So... temperature's dropping again. Uncool. Or very cool. Too cool, I should rather say. So we either need to amp up the power. That means more greenhouse gas facilities. Or we go for other methods. I prefer the latter. So let's see, what can we do here? Comet disintegration. Disintegrate a comet into Mars' atmosphere and scatter its substances into the planet's surface. Sounds very healthy. So, superior colonies, water supply network. Well, what's beyond there? Bioengineered lichen, bioengineered cyanobacteria, oxygen release plant. No. What are batteries good for? Store excess power. Well, do I want that? Carbonate nuclear extraction. What's that? Extracts carbonates from the regolith and releases CO2. So that's something we need uranium for. That's superior roads. That's factory upgrades. Aquatic structures. Oh, cool. Shipyards and ports and whatnot. So let's see. Aerobrake methane asteroid. None of these things are directly important for me right now, so I'd rather decide from the bottom line upgrades here. More spaceports. Well, I don't think I really need that, so we're going to go for that first. Right now, I'm not at the limit there, but I'm getting closer to that. So let's upgrade our limits. How about that? So another thing. Let's see how good it is. How well it is possible to upgrade roads here. So, upgrade ways. Oh, brutal. It's still that crappy thing. No! Why? Oh, Dev, why do you hate us gamers so? Why is there no tool upgrade roads to click on, for the love of God? Why? Oh man, I hate that. So now we have to upgrade roads like that. You can only upgrade roads by, oh, well, okay, we can, okay, that's at least something. We can upgrade the entire pathway this way. Okay, that's better than before. But still, not really what I'd like to see, alright? I think everybody agrees here that this still feels rather lumpy. Anyways, it works. It does its job. Let's put up another scanner up here and rip out the scanner there. Because I wanted to have access to that iron deposit here. And then, let's see. Still need to find uranium somewhere. It's really important that we find some uranium over the course of the time. So, I'm unlocking this sector. Let's push our borders accordingly a bit. Well, let's see, the power grid is already pretty much on the border here. Alright, never mind. Never mind then. Okay. I want more chemicals, so we can put up more greenhouse gas. Oh, look at that. What did we finish there? So the space mirror array has been 0 of 15 launches. So they're launching their first array right now, right? God, this game is still confusing me a lot from time to time. So looks to me as if we still haven't set this up yet. So let's check out our spaceport. Space mirror array, gather resources. They're still at that level. So here we're running out of power yet again. Usual. At winter you have a much lower power production. There is always a phase of the Martian year. There you see you have these up and down motions there. But, well. So it's clearly visible that we're not able to get there. So let's see. Stage objective 300 MBAR. So bootstrapping. Build up. Ecopoiesis. Breathable atmosphere. Oh, I even have to build up a magnetary sphere. Cool. So here we go. Obviously, the space mirror array does take a while to get done, and that's totally okay for me. And here we have finally upgraded roads, and look at our drones wheeze by. Upgraded roads are powerful. They are really, really, really powerful. So that's why I was looking for that. So let's upgrade our road network here. This eats up insane amounts of carbon and steel to do so, but I am a fond believer of these investments being worth the pain. Okay, then we're going to set up another greenhouse gas factory, so that should definitely help the temperature buildup. And here, yeah, space mirror array, it's just going on like that. So now 1 of 15 launches. Why do I get this notification as if something had happened there? I don't know. Because as a matter of fact, nothing happened so far. And, wait a sec, I already unlocked that sector? Yeah? Alright, cool. Then we can go for ruthless expansionism here too. If necessary, that is. I mean, right now... I'd be most interested in some place where we get access to uranium. or larger amounts of chemicals. Speaking about which, there's chemicals. Not larger amounts, but some of them at least. There's lots of aluminum here. Not a big surprise, because this is also aluminum central. Alright, how about expanding towards here? I like the idea of that. Yeah, let's do this. This is a good spot. So we're going to expand our worker hub connection over like this. Then the solar farm connection over like that. And the maintenance facility coverage goes like here. Oh yeah, this is an extremely good spot because we're covering up a huge blank spot here. And again, here goes the chemical plant at the end of this. So there we go. This will definitely help a lot. I also feel like as if my worker factory ain't keeping up anymore. So, new technologies available. Let's see, carbonate nuclear extraction, not that important. Advanced factories, somehow appealing to me, but let's see. Water treatment plant, water booster pump. Converts running water into ice to supply basic colonies. So these are all technologies that aren't important or feasible to me at the very moment right now either. So the street project is coming along quite nicely. All right, I take everything back. The street thing is okay. I'm not really a big fan of how it's done. I would have preferred a tool to build the roads for real. You know, if you catch my drift, like where you just get to select where's the road at and so. But okay, so I'm clicking first into the building and then I'm dragging out the road. Whatever, it could be worse. So, oh yikes, there's a big bad asteroid destroying everything there. What a pity. But it also comes as a chance to change up something here. So here goes the boom. We're going to discard this, but we're going to rebuild, of course, everything here. And that's a point where I just disagree heavily with the game. Why the hell don't I get a big notification about, hey dude, there's just 8 of your buildings exploded. Do you want to do something about that, maybe? I really don't get it after such a long development time that there's no catastrophe pop-up or anything. I really don't get it. I remember that that later asteroid impacts due to the atmosphere of a planet basically don't happen anymore, so that problem gets resolved. But seriously, that's been a major smack to my entire infrastructure here. Look at how much I lost. I mean, seriously. And that solar farm has priority, my men. We need that power. Overall, I want some prioritization on these thingies here. Because I really feel like these are extremely important that they get set up. I mean, the cool thing about the prioritization of work sites now is that, as you see there, once the site has been fully constructed, the prioritization goes away. So that's pretty cool. This way, you only have the prioritization for the construction site. So there are pretty cool things going on, and there are less cool things going on, so... Well... Let's go for a bit more power yet again. Because overall, we happen to have not enough power production at this certain time of the year. But so far, things are looking out quite nicely here. Streets are being upgraded. That's very, very powerful too. Biotech being upgraded. We have people departing from Mars here. That's a pretty big dent in my science production for a while. For whatever reason, they are going away. Maybe because of power outages. I don't know. Here's still the same problems I had with the past versions of Aspera. A couple of things are just very, very hard to understand why they are problematic. And here, still no notification about mines being empty. Like, seriously, okay, it's not that terrible, but these are things players like me, or I like to be informed about stuff running out of business, you know. Whatever. Space mirrors are already doing their job, so partial successes of the mission are already doing something. So 1 of 15 launches already did something. Great. Okay, so that's probably why I got the readout that early. But I got the readout before the first mirror was launched. That's been a little bit weird, but whatever. So we're raising the pressure now slowly. So CO2 is the best way to raise the pressure here on the planet, as it seems. So let's check out what we can do about that. All right. So more street upgrade projects incoming. Upgrade like that. This is altogether quite costly, but I really feel like it is worth the pain. Let's bring up one glass kiln here. Although I gotta really say, this still... I would much prefer to have a drag and drop brush where I can just click which roads I want to have upgraded. This feels just lackluster, but I'm happy that I can at least connect roads like on a long distance like that. This is feeling like a pretty okay tool altogether. So, uranium, where art thou? Well. As far as I see, yeah, well, that outpost ain't quite done yet, but almost. Once that outpost is fully done, I'm going to set up another scanner down here. No maintenance. Oh yeah, it's a very, very brink of maintenance there, alright. Well, I'll put it down like that. 13 of 21 workers. So why are my workers that low? Why is my workers factory not... Obviously, we need another workers factory. Why? I don't know. I didn't even know that the workers can expire, but obviously they can. Well, okay. People are leaving my planet like crazy. Sad. So, yeah. Well... At least the pressure is slowly rising. Temperatures slowly rising too. I basically just need to increase the temperature, and the rest comes comes on its own. So let's see. I have set up. Did I set up another glass kiln? Yeah, I just ain't done yet. All right. Steel is pretty eaten up, but I'm not surprised. I have assigned road projects like a madman. But on the other hand, they are so darn helpful, so I don't regret a thing. I really, really don't. So, another chemical facility has been set up, and, well, so I need more water mines. So, there, that wind farm is totally blocking me there. Let's go for that thing. And prioritize it, so we don't have any problems there. And let's see, another silicon mine would be pretty spiffy too. Oh no, not another big fat meteorite, no. Oh boy, it's even going to smack my, Alright. It only hit my, silicon mine. I'm relieved. So, improved biotechnology has been reached, and the next thing is, I think carbonate nuclear extraction is pretty cool, because it's CO2 generating, and, oh no, it needs uranium, never mind, I don't have uranium, damn it. So, superior roads, well, would be a pretty good project altogether. Batteries, I don't really feel like I need them. Or advanced factories. Well, I'm going to opt for Process Road next. It's going to take a while until we have finished that project. Yes, I'm well aware of that. But on the other hand, in 3 years, we'll have the ability to just upgrade our entire infrastructure on a very, very profitable level, you know. And power shortage again. I really would like to know why power production has always these ups and downs. Game doesn't tell you that, by the way. Probably I need the batteries. Probably that's why you need the batteries. Let's research them before. Yeah, I think that's what they that's the idea behind it. And those power shortages are really bothersome by now. I mean, it's been very, very unlucky that I didn't find a single uranium deposit with all that spread that I have across the map already. Well, you know, sometimes you're just unlucky. Oh, I didn't mean to build a second maintenance facility. It's been never my intention. I wanted a scanner, not a maintenance facility. Alright. So I hope that the battery tech will resolve the problems that I got there. Let's see. But there are people in transit to Mars, so that's actually making me optimistic again. And yeah, glass kilns are producing. Wonderful. So that means altogether we're going to get somewhere the longer this entire operation here runs. Especially those mirrors are really useful, as you see there. Space mirrors do a pretty good job there. Okay, nice. There's another shallow silicon vein. altogether I feel quite okay. But apart from that, I really feel like I could use more expansionism here still. So let's see. I'll expand into this direction here too. Let's check on out. We have power spread over to this place and that place. So let's go with a worker hub there, and with a solar farm there, and with a maintenance facility there, and with another scanner right next to that. There we go. The usual expansionistic trope, you know. But I do need that stuff quite badly. Expansion, I mean. So we're going to do the same over at this place. Yeah, let's... Oh, Loitunga Ruins. Another one of these thingies. So let's slap down another research outpost. Why not? Really hope that this new setup there will help me. I mean, the batteries will help me to have less outages of power, because that really has grown into a big problem in terms of colony stability. I want that to stop. So, more scanners, of course. More expansion, more spread. There has to be uranium somewhere, you know. Alright, carbon mine's empty, iron mine's empty, carbon mine's empty. So we have enough production running right now. Okay. Quite a relief, but I still feel like... Let's see. That maintenance facility still not kicking it. Alright. Then going to put that here. No power. Actually, that's more like a good thing than anything else, so we can expand our power grid yet again. Okay, there we go. Batteries! And let's just keep going for the road tech then. So here, battery stores excess power and releases it when needed. So let's set up like 4 of them and see where this will get us, you know. Really hope that this will resolve a couple of those issues we've had. In the meantime, let's see here. How many space mirrors do we have? Do we have already a second launch? Yes, we do. Awesome. So this is a real cool, huge project where, well, in the past version it was not as easy to read out what the single stages and the single launches brought you. So I really like that. I also don't dare to build more greenhouse gas factories out of a simple reason. They destroy constantly chemicals, you know? That's one thing I'm more worried than anything else about, because, you know, there is no such thing as endless resources, so it's really damn important that we use our resources wisely. And therefore, I prefer to invest into the space mirror arrays, you know? Really feel like that's way better. So let's make sure that our glass kilns are not waiting for resources too often. Come on. No wonder that projects are not getting by if our glass kilns are not constantly producing. That explains a lot to me. Okay. So that research outpost is slowly getting the job done. Rather more slowly than getting the job done, but whatever. So let's upgrade the roads here as well. You gotta do what you gotta do. And here, this way now, the space mirror array goes forward for real. Okay, beautiful. Still, well, stage 2 is getting along very, very slowly here. But with the new space mirror arrays, we do constantly increase the temperature now. That's a good thing, I guess. So, there we go. Oh yeah, here, that wind farm needs to be replaced by another proper solar farm here. And let's scrap that thing. So I can set up another ice mine here. That's really important to me. Oh, also prioritize this thing here, please. Thank you. Did they just destroy an upgraded road without asking for my consent? Sheesh. Yeah, these are things I don't like. But I am also not really sure why from the dev side anybody thought that this road upgrading system would be a good idea, but whatever. It works, and that's all that matters to me. I just wanted to be able to finish that game at least once, because like I said, I love games like these, and we get another big pimple on our on top of our base. Look at that. This is a huge asteroid. This entire site here will get smacked. And I know I said that like 3 times together in a row on this stream already today, but I like to say it another time. Why does this game give me no pop-up notifications, no warning about, hey dude, in 2 months, there's going to be a big fat asteroid destroying 5 of your buildings? Come on, that's something that I want to know. And this is a sci-fi game. This is supposed like we're super intelligent, we're super super computerified and whatnot. No, that just doesn't make sense. Don't get it. They don't like it. That's the most important thing, you know. The only thing that I'm relieved about is the fact that we will not see too many asteroid impacts later in the game, because like I said several times too, the atmosphere sooner or later will protect us from asteroid impacts, and therefore that won't stay in a problematic for a long period of time. So that's a big relief to me. But beyond that, it just beats me why that's actually happening the way it does. Okay, but you know what? We're going to put priority on that frickin' spaceport here. I want those space mirrors in place, because they are right now the best way of raising the temperature for me. And like I said before, I don't want to set up more greenhouse gas factories, because they feel like a very, very costly way of getting the job done. Alright. Rather build those space mirrors, you know. I actually don't want to sound too harsh on this game too, because it is a damn lot of fun in its own way, you know? I really, really enjoy myself. I love terraforming games, and there are just not enough terraforming games out there, but I gotta say, this game has some quite debatable decisions going on for itself. That's all I want to say, you know? So let's set up another colony, because I feel like we can afford. Probably. Let's set up another food factory up in advance, and let's see. Really feel like I want another chemical mine too. Let's see. Hopefully we've already found something. Let's check out what the scanners have discovered so far for us. So there's one chemical deposit over there, but there's another one here. Nothing too close by, except for that sucker here. So that's probably the closest one. So let's check out how is everything composed again. So we're going to do our usuals. All right, there is already okay. We already have maintenance there. We just don't happen to have power there yet. So it's actually way better than I originally thought. So here we go. Is that too close to any deposits? I really don't think so. I really hope. Right. And let's slap down one chemical mine here. There's silicon, there's aluminum, alright. Good. There's some carbon and some iron. You know what, we're going to bring up more mines here while I'm at it. You know, let's just make sure that we get somewhere in time. Alright, let's drop prioritization here. For a moment at least, until we have our glass production up and running again. I really feel like upgrading my factories rather sooner than later, because it clearly shows that we can use more there. So another iron mine, Loitonga. So I really don't get what we're actually getting from these research missions, except for a little text. Whatever. So another colony being constructed. Put that onto priority to make sure there's always going to be more than enough food and water in there. It's really important. You don't ever want to have a shortage of these materials, otherwise your people will immediately leave town, and you don't want that. Alright, nice. We're getting somewhere here. So let's see. Power. I have stored energy. Let's see. We're on a decline again. So stored power is not really shown that well. No. This game. So let's bring up the new construction site here. Yeah. So we have a power storage for a while, obviously. It's depleting now. Let's see how that works. And let's see. I got, like... those scanners are really letting me down, man. Still not a single bit of uranium anywhere. No fissiles, bro. That sucks. No. No uranium whatsoever. Too bad. So we're going to check on out how many of these we got already. 5 of 15. So the array is now at 33% of its total power, and it really shows. So pressure is steadily rising. I like that. So yeah, well, I think it's going to be a good idea to prioritize that even further. I might have not enough glass available right now, but that's a problem that won't be a problem forever, you know. So obviously I also happen to have enough power production or enough batteries now. So I want to set up a couple of extra batteries here too, you know, just to be just rather to be safe than sorry. And let's see. Let's do more road upgrades there. Goodo. So I have now a pretty much a bottleneck on glass for the time being, because that space mirror array is just eating up such tremendous amounts of glass. Also, polymers are running low a bit, eh? Okay, let's slow down with that once more. Pressuring that project too hard is just killing my my resources way too quickly. I don't have that much available there right now. But Space Mirror number 6 has been successfully launched, so... or will be launched any moment. Definitely getting somewhere. And I gotta say, the last time I was playing this game, I vividly remember that I had severe issues with supporting my colonists with food. So this end of the game has been reworked massively into a positive way. You know, you hear me muttering about this game a lot. I just want to say something good and for a change. That's really well made now. There's no more of these nasty occurrences where my colonists leave the planet because they don't get the materials that are produced. You know, it's always so humiliating when you have all these materials produced, but you don't get them distributed to the actual site where they are required, and that feels so bad. When you have set up everything production-wise, but the game's drones are somehow just not able to get the stuff distributed where it's needed. So that's no longer an issue, and I appreciate that. A couple of kinks still remain, but, you know, could be worse. Could be definitely worse. So, let's upgrade that. Because power production is still a thing. Okay. And let's focus the maintenance facility too, so we get a nice little expansion towards there. Because I really, really want to access these materials as quick as possible. You know, they are important. Let's not take it too easily here. And also, where is my uranium, guys? I think I found it. Nice. Yeah, that's finally a uranium deposit. All right. It's small, but it's a start, so let's get started. I definitely want to place down a worker hub here, another solar farm there, flood zone. So yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to get flooded one day. That only means that someday this whole branch here has to be dismantled, but until then it's going to extract me the uranium that I need, and that's the most important thing right now. Okay, so things are going quite nicely, aren't they? This base is huge at this point, or, well, it's growing long spindly fingers, you know. It's growing long spindly fingers. Alright. Pressure increases are going quite nicely. The next mirror is being launched. Wonderful. So stuff is really, really going forward as intended. So 50% of the pressure buildup are done. Let's see. 7 of 15 mirrors are in place. I see a decent chance of us fulfilling the goal here once this once the mirror project has been finished. See a really, really decent chance there. So polymer factories are not really kicking it anymore. Sorry. We're going to make sure that one of our electronics factories is constantly prioritized, and that one polymer factory that I got is supposed to work 24/7. Hey there, Kenny, thank you. And welcome. So let's just make sure that the few production facilities that I got are working hard. You know, I'm not quite willing right now to build new factories when in less than a year, or in less than 1.5 years, I have access to those advanced factories. Now I just realized what these research facilities are bringing me. Now I got it. They are giving me a research bonus, a percentile research bonus. So we should probably check out the Curiosity Reaver after all. So too far, flood zone, no power. Yeah, well, let's see. We should be able to expand on that. So let's do something like that. All those flood zone areas, of course, have to be abandoned one day, sure. But whatever. The real cool part is now I finally have uranium. That means I can also now finally build fission plants that provide 100 megawatt and are just outright cool. And beyond that, I'm also able to build carbonate nuclear extractors that, well, just like the name implies, nuclear, are requiring a bit of uranium to be set up. So that's really great. There's progress now on these ends. So whenever possible, I want to make sure that I'll upgrade the polymer factory and probably one electronics factory. Not so sure about that yet. We'll see about that. Okay, but look at that. The pressure is constantly rising. I like those new readouts that you got there. This wasn't that cool in the previous versions. I like that a lot. So the next mirror is being launched soon as well. Gotta say, my colony is getting that mirror project done really well, you know. The timing between the launches ain't bad, even though I don't have any particular focus going on or anything. So quite happy with what's happening there. Also, we have now a bigger population here, so I definitely want to keep a keen eye out on my consumptions here, so we don't run out of materials all of a sudden. But it's looking quite well so far. Let's see. While I'm already that far out here, why not set up another scanner? Hey. So still in the flood zone, but whatever. We're going to kill it later. No problem. Speaking about killing things, imminent impact incoming. So the only real readout you have is that you get, it's behind the camera here, warning, building power lost. That's the only notifier you get about blasted buildings. There has to be a notifier about your buildings have exploded. Seriously. That's just something you need to know. Building power lost. Come on, that's not exactly reflecting what's happening. Well, Evgeny, it has its kinks, you know? You hear me muttering here about a lot of things in between, and you don't hear me muttering so often usually. This game really has a lot of weirdnesses going on for itself, but I'm a sucker for terraforming games, and there are just not too many good terraforming games out there. But if there would be a better one, I would say don't play this game, play the better one. So there's just things in this game that I don't understand why the devs have made those decisions. Like, for example, lobbing asteroids on my buildings and not having any pop-up that notifies me about the fact that my buildings got lobbed by an asteroid. Seriously. Sorry. But I mean, I keep muttering so much about that because I have PTSD about missing an asteroid in my factory, my colony, and being in deep trouble because of that, you know? That gives me serious problems. And the other thing is there's no pop-up notification when a mine runs dry. Like, what the hell? I need to know when my mines expire. There's just things that I don't understand. You can counter a lot of these things. For example, the thing with the mines, well, just build a mine wherever you find a deposit and you're good to go. And the other thing with the asteroids, we get an atmosphere that protects us from these. So it's not like it's going to be a permanent problem, but these are just things where I feel like, come on, as a game developer, it ain't that hard to do something against that. So let's go for nuclear carbonate extractors to increase the CO2 density of our atmosphere. Might be a problem here on Earth, but it ain't a problem here on Mars. So looks like I have forgotten to put up maintenance facilities here. So, you know, I see a deteriorating thing there, and I know what happened. But if you are willing to look past these rough edges, I enjoy Aspera a lot. And there's one thing that's worth mentioning. The developer has been constantly, or the developers have been constantly pushing this game forward and have been trying to iron out things as good as possible, you know? There's still a couple of things where I feel like, whatever, why ever, but there has been a huge problem on the logistics in a previous version that made it nigh unplayable in the later stages of the game because you were practically not able to assign larger amounts of resource to a certain project. But that has been ironed out by improving the power of the priority button by a gigaton. Now the priority button really sets up priority, you know, and when something is prioritized, it really gets all the resources that your colony can muster, and that hasn't worked out so well in the past. So that's mirror 9 of 15, and we're going to get there next time, because I'm going to turn down the stream as of, well, for the next few minutes, because I need a little bit of break. I think we are in a really good spot too. And next time we're going to finish the build-up phase, and then that's where things get really interesting, and I cannot wait to see where this will get us. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I can't wait for the next time. Drop me a comment down below, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and also consider subscribing and turn on the bell notifier to stay informed when a new stream hits town. There's also Discord and Twitter, which you can just visit to see my new streams. And the other thing is check out the link in the description box for the playlist if you want to see the entirety of that. And last but not least, there's Patreon, there's PayPal, and there's Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to support me directly, these links are the place to go, and I deeply appreciate if you'd check them out. So, have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.